we're going to talk about some do's and don'ts when it comes to sublimation. The first big no-no is don't reuse your protective paper. It may look clean, but you will press something and you're going to have a shadow and you're going to say, oh, I should have listened. Do use new protective paper with each press. Never reuse your protective paper, especially on clothing. Don't use cotton fabrics. Do use high quality polyester fabrics. On the left, you can see a polyester shirt versus a cotton shirt on the right. The cotton shirt on the right was the first shirt that I did. I used one of those poly sprays and I thought, this is going to work. Yes, it did. It left the image on there, and this is after numerous washings. But look at the difference when you use a good quality polyester fabric. And that fabric on the left, that actually feels like a cotton. That's a cricket shirt, by the way. But just so you know the difference between using cotton fabrics and quality polyester fabrics. Now this on the left is a 100% polyester, where the one on the right is 100% cotton. Do use sublimation ready blanks. Now what that means is that the blanks that you're using are ready to absorb the sublimation ink and heat. So all of these things that you see here in this picture were all white, and so they were ready to take the sublimation ink. So do not use regular blanks. Don't go to the dollar store and pick up some mugs and think that you're going to be able to sublimate on them. They will not work. Now there are some things at the dollar store that you can sublimate on, but that's a different video. Don't use poor quality heat resistant tape. Always get a good quality heat tape. I am not a fan of using tape, but there are times when you need to use tape, like on these ceramic ornaments here that I'm making. These need tape to stay in place. On clothing, a lot of times I won't use tape because they tend to leave marks no matter how hard you try not to. But do use good quality heat tape. Don't use the wrong time, temperature, and pressure on your projects. Do use the correct time, temperature, and pressure for each project. And each blank is different. It's going to be different for cloth. It's going to be different for wood, ceramic, slate, neoprene. They're all going to have a different pressure, and they're all going to have a different time. Tumblers, all of them. For me though, the golden temperature that I've found is 385 degrees. I pretty much use that for everything, but that's just me. Everyone's got to try their own. Don't store your sublimation paper in your printer. It's going to accumulate moisture and you're going to start having problems with your printer and your paper and your ink. Do store your sublimation paper in the packaging that it came in. You can see that on the left that I've got that box cover open so that you can see in the sleeve inside there that I keep sealed. And then on the right you can see that after I have printed and I'm saving images for later, I do put them in a Ziploc type bag. And I keep them away from heat and sunlight. So you're going to want them in a cool place. And then if you can see in the bottom there, if I get a little bag of silica in something, clothing or something, I will drop it in that bag because that will help keep moisture out of there too. Moisture is a very bad thing for sublimation. Do use your printer often. This is one of my printers that I've converted over to a sublimation printer by adding sublimation ink to it. Don't let your printer sit idle for X amount of days. Sublimation ink can dry your print heads out, and so you want to print often. I have went, a week at a time and you got to run a couple prints through it to get those heads running real good again. I did go on vacation for 2 weeks. I came home, I ran a print through right away when I got home, and my colors were off, but I did a cleaning, and it just, after I printed a few pages, it came back. But I would not suggest going that long. A lot of these printers have settings on them that you can email something to the printer and have it print. So that is a suggestion, that you might want to email yourself something if you're going to be gone for a long period of time, or if you have someone watching your house, have something ready for them to print so that something can go through your printer. Do unplug your heat sources. This is just my opinion, but I have read about people who have left their heat presses or one of their heat guns plugged in, and that it did cause a fire. I suggest unplugging your sources, so don't leave your heat sources plugged in. I actually have a power strip that you can turn it on and off, but I still unplug from that. I always unplug my heat sources. Don't be afraid to ask for help. Do ask questions. That's the only way that we're going to learn, and we're in this together. I have started a Sublimation Q&A on Facebook, and if you feel like joining, please click the link below. Thanks for watching my video, and if you like what you see, please subscribe to my channel. Don't forget to check out my links below, and have a great day.